Greetings everyone, this is Potato Hedgehog and welcome back to Far Cry New Dawn. You're alright, right Snips? I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Are you kidding me, Potato? That was the best thing you could have ever done.
Even though it was completely accidental, Moshi. The vehicle physics in this game are weird. And that's saying a lot considering in Far Cry 5 you could just wipe out pretty easily.
If you're anywhere near their territory, be careful. It's gonna get weird and it's gonna get dangerous.
Roger that, Kimrai, 10-4, over. But that being said, we are now almost in New Eden territory.
Which means we're gonna see someone again, right?
Yeah, pretty much, Moshi. But that wipeout was completely by accident, and I'm not even sure what caused it.
Maybe it was that grass in the road. Because remember, in Far Cry New Dawn, we's in the apocalypse. And you can wipe out just by crashing into grass.
Bullshit. But in either case, welcome back to... Whoa! Not again, not again. Okay. Last time and... Well, I guess this is where we get off, Carmina, Snips. But in either case, welcome back to Far Cry New Dawn. Thank God I finally finished that sentence. Last time, Prosperity was under siege, and now we need to find New Eden. Well, we found New Eden, and now we need to talk about striking up an alliance. I still cannot believe that the takedowns are locked behind separate perks. Are you fucking kidding me, Far Cry New Dawn? Far Cry 5 did this better than you. Then again, there's a lot of things that this game did worse than its predecessor. New Eden, I have come to bargain! Roll for deception. 20. Not good enough. Okay, fuck you, masked figure!
Looks like we got our
Let me in! Let me in!
Potato?
Can you hear my voice?
You cougar-killing son of a bitch! You were saying, Moshi?
You do know who that masked figure is, right?
No, I don't.
Onto something. New Eden's always had a mysterious thing about them. I mean, think about it. How are we the only ones scattered around barely holding on? They don't even have guns to defend themselves with. Clearly, they've got something better. But what?
Shut up, Snips, you make a good point. But in either case, no, I do not know who that masked figure is, Moshi.
You might want to play the mission. It'll give you some context. Because remember, context is key.
You make a good point, Moshi, but unfortunately, I do know what this mission entails, so... I think we might have to skip ahead a little bit.
Put enough of a dent in the highwayman to buy a
Joseph!
Go to where it all
How is Joseph still alive in the post-apocalypse?
where it all began.
Well, that's just a hallucination of him, but, he could still well be alive somewhere. Unlike Jess, or many other Far Cry 5 characters. I love how Ubisoft has basically said nothing about some of the other Far Cry 5 characters, like Jess. Jess will be in her 40s by the time of this game.
And you'd still find her attractive?
Fuck yeah. But,
Okay, lead the way.
where would Jess be if she hasn't gotten apocalypsed?
Probably somewhere in a bunker. In one of the few bunkers that we still have. Because remember, didn't we completely destroy John, Jacob, and Faith's bunker?
Yeah, we completely destroyed those. Unless you're talking about some of the other bunkers around Hope County that we somehow didn't destroy or completely raid for loot.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, Potato, be prepared. Because that masked character, I think you might find him, her, it a little familiar.
Why those three pronouns, Moshi?
Because that masked figure doesn't exactly have a face. So it could be, and the masked figure could be anything. Hell, it could even be two boars stacked on top of each other.
But that masked figure had arms. Boars don't have arms. They have paws.
Indeed.
It would not be a Far Cry game without an inexplicable drug trip or hallucination. But that being said, we're being guided by that Joseph Seed hallucination to pick up the pieces of the past, so to speak. So we're basically picking up these amulet shards to recreate Eden's Gate's logo, so we can figure out what's been going on in the past 17 years, I think. And Joseph is spouting off his, once again, God-guided bullshit to say how the world is full of sin and all that, so count me not interested. But to those of you that saw my Far Cry 5 playthrough, and a lot of you did, surprisingly, despite it being like one of the longest Let's Plays on my channel so far, only rivaled by South Park The Stick of Truth. But back to my point, for those of you that saw my Far Cry 5 Let's Play, then this part of post-apocalyptic Hope County should look awfully familiar.
This is where we were chased into the jungle by Project at Eden's Gate the first time around, wasn't it?
Yes, it is, Moshi. Yes, it is. Now complete with neon pink. Because remember, Far Cry New Dawn sure does love its pink. Gimme that.
The world wasn't ready for the collapse. And people...
Yeah, I'll give you one thing, Joseph. We were not ready for the apocalypse last time around. Even though, like, we didn't think it was going to happen, but it kind of did happen. Even though there was, like, one other ending in Far Cry 5 where if we didn't do the final boss battle against Joseph, the world didn't go boom. But, the world kind of went boom! So, that's why we're here now. Alright, come on. Get this symbol in the right place. Yeah!
Yeah!
Only we are
Yay.
strong enough to
See.
live in the new world
Indeed, Moshe, indeed.
has given us.
I should also reiterate, we Inklings do not have a religion.
Yep. I think you said that multiple times before, Moshe.
The only religion I pray to is the religion of the Splat King. Or the Great Zapfish or whatever. Whatever deity exists in the Inkling universe.
Moshe, you are an Inkling, you know that, right?
Duh!
Then how do you not know your own religion?
I don't subscribe to that platter of bullshit, my guy. I follow my own destiny. Not whatever higher power has in plan for me.
I respect your Motzi, Moshe.
Of course you do. I mean, you did create me after all.
Yep. Alrighty then. Now where to?
Follow the Joseph!
Yes, indeed. Follow the still somehow muscular Joseph. Why does this man always not have a shirt?
Female gaze, I guess? Also male gaze if some of you swing that way.
God's righteous fire.
Did you say God's righteous fire, Joseph? I think you meant to say a little bit of American ingenuity and a bottle of fire.
Were spared.
I never understood how Molotovs even work. Are they just flaming alcohol?
And
I wonder what happened if you would drink a Molotov cocktail.
Well, your insides would probably burn up, Moshe, if you think about it. And probably violently explode. So I do not recommend drinking a Molotov cocktail unless you are tired of life. But if you are tired of life, just don't be, especially since you've got a life to live.
That was dark.
Yes, indeed, it was dark. But my points still stand. Do not drink Molotov cocktail. The only kind of cocktail you should be drinking is a cocktail. No Molotov.
Because Molotov is fire.
Yes, indeed, fire. You know what I've noticed, Moshi?
What's that?
Every time something is on fire, or there's a fire nearby, we just, have to focus on it for some reason.
That may take root.
Lampshade hanging, I see.
Yep. You've been browsing TV tropes, haven't you?
It's what I do when we're not making videos.
I'm sorry, Joseph, I couldn't hear you over the sound of fire.
Indeed, fire.
Has cleansed the world of sin,
Um,
and yet it remains.
I'm sorry, but God had nothing to do with the world exploding. Unless you count,
Is in our blood.
like, for some reason, like I said in Far Cry 5 during the final chase sequence, if you somehow manage to kill Joseph while you're driving to Dutch's bunker, a nuke will explode right on top of you. That's the only divine intervention I can think of.
Waiting to break.
But trust me, Joseph, if you are somehow alive in this game, and there is a chance we get to kill you, I'm going to avenge everyone that you killed during Far Cry 5.
so that we may cut it out.
And I'm going to avenge everyone that you, let burn in nuclear hellfire. That includes Jess, Peaches, Cheeseburger, Boomer,
God,
and many other countless Hope County residents that your militaristic cult managed to kill. So, prepare your God-given testicles for the righteous fire of potato.
That made no sense.
told
Yeah, I know it made no sense, but, yeah.
Gather
Gonna take this path to revenge as soon as we take care of the twins.
But that's not gonna be for a while, you know that, right?
Yup.
hell had followed the white horse.
Speaking of which, I'm surprised the twins haven't shown up to try to attack us yet.
Nah.
Oh look, the explosion.
And my path ended here.
Yep, that's where it all ended.
More specifically, where it all began. Look up ahead.
That's Dutch's bunker, isn't it?
Stood against me.
Yep.
Became all that I had left. I could have.
He's talking about the deputy.
Yep.
I forgave them,
So that masked figure is.
and then I gave them.
That masked figure was the deputy, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
So. We. Let me get this straight. We thought we were doing the right thing back in Far Cry 5, and eventually the world came to an end because of the nuclear apocalypse. But we joined up with the very man who we were fighting against. So the entirety of Far Cry 5 was for
Thought I had
fucking nothing?
fulfilled my obligation to God.
When you put it that way,
More
kinda.
to say to me.
Strike 2, Ubisoft. We'll be getting to Strike 3. And I mean for this game specifically, because it already fails because of the many mechanics that you somehow changed, the microtransactions, the two poorly written antagonists, and... Oy. I thought we were doing the right thing in Far Cry 5, stopping this insane lunatic from talking about the end of the world. But the asshole was right, and now the person who we were in the last game is now joined up with Joseph.
And it's confirmed in this note.
I can't think. I'm getting hungry. We need to go topside soon. But I'm terrified. I think I did the right thing. I want to do the right thing now. He says he forgives me, but I can't. I don't know if I did the right thing. I don't understand, and all he gives me is the word. I really don't understand why that masked figure is the deputy. Because we were fighting against Joseph all this time, and now we just join him because of brainwashing? That is so fucking stupid. Like, I would have liked to see the deputy, like, I would have liked to be the deputy again. Because we could have avenged Whitehorse, the marshal, the other two deputies. Sure, we'd still have like PTSD from getting brainwashed by Joseph, but completely giving in to the bastard after everything that he did to us in the last game? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's one of Ubisoft's many poor decisions when it comes to this game.
And it makes Far Cry New Dawn inferior to Far Cry 5 as a result. I like to think that the entirety of Far Cry 5's ending was just a blissed out hallucination, and we somehow rescued Joseph, and we somehow like detained Joseph. But unfortunately, this game is canon. This is the canon sequel to Far Cry 5. Could you at least have given us some kind of hope, Ubisoft? But then again, you keep trying to one-up the one villain who actually made your series of games interesting, so... And failing miserably, might I add. Except with Pagan Min, but that's the only Far Cry antagonist I can think of who comes even remotely close to topping boss. Joseph is just a religious nut, and I've already said my piece on Mickey and Lou, but I'll probably talk about them again at the end of the game.
And time is accelerating yet again.
Again, it wouldn't be Far Cry without a drugged out hallucination sequence. And that's the prophecy completed. That was certainly an experience, but I think we can head back to New Eden now that we have Joseph's word. Oh hey, Snips.
Thank God.
Where were you this entire time? Don't tell me you were just standing here out in the bunker while I was tripping out in there. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Far Cry New Dawn, please leave a like and a comment to let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, ladies and gentlemen,
See ya!